Like, let's be raw and honest here. What is this like?
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready to start. Just pick it up when you're ready.
Phone's doing the thing they're supposed to be doing. Okay. Welcome to the Don't Cancel Us podcast.
Hilarious.
Wow.
This is a podcast about friendship, travel, and first-gen fun. We've been friends for 5 ever, and today we're discussing...
What? I was like 5 episodes?
But then her 3 fingers went up, so I was lost.
Okay.
I can only do so much.
You're trying your best here. Okay.
Issa Rae. Got it.
I'm just a girl. Issa Rae hands. All right, start. Pull it together. All right.
5 ever is where you left off at.
Okay, thank you. And today we are discussing single life versus marriage, and if having a partner makes us feel complete.
Ooh.
I know. I'm Yasmine. I'm single, and I'm also known as the traveling social media manager. I don't know when this is going to air, so never mind. But I live my life pretty freely, hopping now, literally, because I'm on one leg, but hopping from country to country while I work remotely. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Chari and Rachel, and I'll pass the mic to them.
Hey y'all, my name is Chari Chin-Young-Caston. I am not single. Ooh. I'm married, so I'm really excited for this episode.
We had to break this up.
Oh.
Literally. It's getting a little dry. Single, married, single.
Okay. I am a mindful travel coach, so I'm really excited to help you get to the next level and travel freely and take care of your mental health.
Yes.
Perfect. I am Rachel. I work as an interior designer. I also enjoy creating safe spaces for women to have great conversations about things that are considered taboo in our community, especially as Black women. And to kick this off,
Wait, we can't. The elephant in the room. We are somewhere else. Okay, we are someone else. We're in Ohio, right?
Yes.
Different scenery. So if you're watching this, just to do
dark
a recap.
and lovely. We're usually light and airy, but it's giving dark and lovely, but we like it because, we're chocolate.
Right. We traveled to Ohio, and yeah, I just wanted to drop that in there as to why our scenery looks a little different. And then we have these mics in our hand because we're traveling, so
Yeah.
we just needed to add a little flavor here.
Yeah.
That's nice.
We're testing things out,
Thanks for being here.
Seriously.
We're doing our best.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
okay, so why are you single? Like,
Oh,
no judge.
Here you go. Here's the
I'm
mic.
kidding. So let's just be clear. Right.
That part.
I am definitely also single. Just wanted to
Why are we single, you man?
add my occupation in here. But I think it's important that we have this discussion because we live in a social media world, and there are status quos, there are relationship statuses, there are couple goals, and just so many things out there
That's a hashtag. The
that
couple goals.
that keep people like us, single ones, sometimes very challenged in our space and challenged in certain rooms. And so we want to talk about what keeps us, happy and feeling like we are complete as single women in our 30s. We turn 40 in the fall.
Live.
But I think it's important.
Perfect.
I think it's important that we talk about feeling complete as single women and or married because, listen, the grass isn't always greener.
Yeah.
Married people, not you, but some struggle and wish they could live the single lifestyle.
Yeah, I think I mentioned on, here you go. Thanks. I mentioned on one of the episodes, don't cancel me, but I would love to see like an ounce of what that's like. And then Yasmine mentioned, so you want to struggle. So why'd you say that? Like, is there some sort of struggle in single life or what made you, what's that about?
It's just that so much of what I say has been getting me in trouble on this podcast lately, and I'm really trying.
It's safe.
Is this a safe space?
It's
It's a brave one.
dark, lovely, and safe.
When I say struggle is because like dating is probably the worst part about being single, right? It's like just small talk that usually doesn't end, positively, or like I'm probably never going to see you again after this week or like month maybe. Like it's never
Ever.
it's not fun. It's like going on job interviews all the time.
Hate that.
Here's my resume. Are you hiring?
Do you want me or not?
What's the truth? Like, I'm qualified for the position that
Look
you
at me.
are.
Look at the material. I'm
Hello.
sorry, I'm
You're
cutting
about
you
to
off.
No, it's
She was
true.
about- the
No,
position
I'm
comment
glad
was
she
gonna-
stopped me. Yeah, no, it was
Oh.
good. No, it was good for sure. Landing on anyway. So yeah, that's what I meant by struggle. It's just like it's work and it's not fun at all. Like the best part is probably like eating, putting on an outfit, and maybe like making out.
Ooh.
Getting flowers is also nice.
What about you, Rachel? What's like the worst part of, or I guess the struggle part? Yeah.
I think the biggest struggle, and I always, remind you the importance of having a partner and being married and having a husband. Because sometimes just doing life is challenging, and it's just that much easier when you have another person to do it with.
Yeah.
I don't have to carry my own bag on a plane.
Right.
And I can have a shoulder to lean on, but I have to actually wear a neck pillow. And it's mandatory, So these things go a long way in terms of having a partner. Your thoughts are not your own, and you're not alone with them. Your thoughts are your own, but you're not alone with your thoughts. And you have just somebody to bounce things off of, to grow with. And I think we are meant to connect with people.
Absolutely.
And so to do it alone, sometimes it's just a piece of shit. I don't want to pay for my Airbnb by myself or my flight alone. It's not just about the money or the muscles.
Just to clear that up,
It ain't just about that, but it definitely goes a long way to make that connection. And for me, I like connecting with people. And so having someone that I can connect with all the time is just warm.
Yeah.
Ooh, warm is, I like that. And
If it's
it's
the right
safe.
person.
It's safe. It's like collaborating is fun and
Yeah.
cool and exciting, and we can do this thing together. I think for me, it's also like I'm an entrepreneur, and I also work alone a lot. And so it's like sometimes that's why I constantly, since they've gotten here, have not stopped asking them, what does this look like? And how does this sound? And what do you think of this? And because I've been doing it to my mom for the last 2 months. And so I think that's what it is for me too. It's just like we can collaborate and we can create together, and I don't have to ask you.
You don't have to use all your juices and burn out.
Right,
Exactly. So yeah.
The underlining question that you kind of started off with, Rachel, is why are you single? And not from a negative perspective, because you express like there's some sort of struggle or things that you would like, but is it a choice? Why are you single? Why are y'all both 30 and single?
I would say, to an extent, for me, it's a choice. I'm not going to be in a position or in any situation just to say I'm in one. I think it has to be fulfilling. It has to be what I want and what I think is going to be great for my growth and that person's growth. And so a lot of times I walk away from relationships, and family members and sometimes friends are like, what are you doing? Like, because they are on pins and needle about my age and where they think I should be at. And I'm like, I'm good. Are you good?
But what is the why? Like, is there a why, I guess? Like, how some people's like, I'm single because...
I think she's saying she's not settling. Like she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not settling.
Are you looking?
I'm always looking. I can send my address. It's where I'm always at if I'm not on a plane somewhere. But I'm looking. I won't say I'm like actively seeking, even though I did download Hinge like 2 days ago.
She's on Hinge.
Just to see. And I'm ready to delete the app. About 48 hours later, I was like, yeah, why did I do this again? But yeah, I won't settle ever. And it doesn't mean that I don't compromise and all those things, but there's a bar, and it's not down here.
Yeah. No,
That's just it for me.
Sentiments, exactly. I think if I wanted to be married, I just would have said yes to the first two people that asked me.
Or even have a kid. It's like,
Wait, what?
or even have a kid. Like,
Oh, if I wanted a kid, I would have a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do what I want, period. Yeah, I would have definitely would have been one of those. Yeah.
there's a layer there.
And I also think I'm single right now because there are just like a couple things that I need to work on. And I'm okay working on them in this season alone.
Like internal things that you need to work on for yourself, or goals that you need to accomplish?
No, because I can accomplish goals with a partner. I think that'll make it more fun, I guess. Spice it up. Got an
We're not
audience
sure.
now.
We're just trying it out.
We're just here. Yeah, so it's
So
like
you're
I just
saying
want
you're
to
working
work.
on
Yeah,
internal
I'm
things?
working on a couple things, and I think once I get those two things together, right? We went to a singles mixer at Rachel's church, and there were some hooting and hollering and some preaching and some conversations that really helped me realize that about myself in those moments. To be like, oh, okay. Because the thing is, like, well, what do I want a partner for? And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh, I want them to do this, this, and this. And so it's like, well, let me start to do those things for myself first.
I love that.
And then I really think they'll show up maybe like spring, summer.
Like the first, like, what? Say that again.
Spring, summer, fall.
The things that you want will show up.
Yeah, because
I
would have gotten
and attract
to the place that I needed to be to get to call that thing in.
I feel like
That's real.
I don't know how true it is, and I'm not single. Obviously, I'm married. But the pressure, husband, the pressure of being single in my imagination, like, you know, Rachel mentioned the hashtag couples goals, or even on my algorithm, as a mom and as a wife, it's flooded with happiness. And so
Bullshit.
I'm not
Sorry.
It's flooded with that that picket white this imagination of what relationships looks like.
Almost like what being in America feels like, what they tell you, like the white picket fence and da-da-da, you have your green grass, and it's like, yeah, the American dream. And it's like, okay.
And I think even as a married person, I see those things, and I still have my friction of like, oh, I want that too. Like you start doing that natural comparison thing of other couples. And so I don't know what it feels like to be single and be like, oh, I want that, or I don't want that. How is the societal pressures, or is there any societal pressures for you guys to show up, and what are the stigmas y'all are breaking of like, that's not true? The single life is actually fun. We are, like, what are the things that maybe I don't see that y'all might be going through?
I mean, I think for me, the freeness.
Not checking in with something. I love you,
Hello?
Dane. But not checking in with someone, and my husband's really good at like,
And he feels the same
I know.
about that.
Yeah.
He's told me, like, wow, just not to say it's a thing, but just freeness. And I hate, like, when you have other relationships with people and you experience people who don't want to possess you and want to see you just blossom. Yeah. It's so beautiful, like, so beautiful. And I've encountered that where they're just like, okay, yeah, you do that. Like, I love you when you're here, and I love you when you're there. And it's beautiful. But a lot of times people are stuck in situations where there's a lot of control.
Yeah.
And
That's scary.
they think that is what it's supposed to look like. And so because I've experienced a freeness, I can't be bound. Ooh. I can't. And so when I enter a space where I'm like, not only are you not letting me be myself, but like I feel trapped. I feel like I'm gonna be alone. I will leave you, and I'm gonna warn you. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna pack my bags in the middle of the night.
So is it part of the reason why you're single is because you haven't found the right one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, or I think I've found variations of the right one, but things are missing here, and it's like, hey, I just like, like if we just did this, and it may sound like I want a perfect person.
Right, because I was gonna say, like, on the opposing side, somebody watching this, they can be like, "Girl, she's being picky," or
No, I'm not. If you saw them,
"What?"
or dealt with some things, you have to have a certain bar for yourself. And once you realize you're compromising a little too much to the point where you have lost yourself and have lost the values that you respect and care to have in your life, it's out of here. You have to remind yourself that.
Yeah.
Well, do you feel? Well, do you want to hop in and add?
I thankfully don't have too much pressure from people. People don't really ask me why they do ask me why I'm single. Like, once people get to know me, they're like, "You're so great. Like, are you seeing anyone?" And I'm like, "Do you know anybody?" So I get that too, because like when you see something great, you want it to be like magnified. So it's like, what else and who else knows about
sharing
this
this moment.
Right. Yeah. You should be able to have the love of your life in addition to all these other amazing things that you're doing. But I think initially it's not a thing. I think because my life looks already cool enough, I guess. It's not like people are wondering, like, there's
Like
nothing,
you're not sad and mopey.
yeah, there's nothing, it doesn't look like anything's lacking. So people don't tend to, I don't feel it is either, but I think some single people look single.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
100. No, exactly. No.
It has a look to it.
Yeah, because
Is it fat farm?
they're gauchos.
Go away.
Their identity at a certain age looks like marriage, relationship, kids. And that's what it's like. They've created this box. Society has created this box, and they've stepped into it. And because they're not being able to fill it, they look empty in the box.
Wait,
And it's
you
a
said
certain
they look
level-
single, or
they look single.
desperate. Because what
Same.
I've heard.
Yeah.
No, because I think that you guys look single in a beautiful way. Like, you wear it well. And I see the looking desperate looks different than looking
Okay.
single.
I guess we don't
Pass
look.
the mic back.
I don't look lonely, I think, is what it is.
Right.
My life is.
You have all the
I have.
fulfillments.
I have y'all. I have a successful business, and I get to do my life as if there was someone else paying for it, but they not.
And I think, not to cut you off,
No,
but
go ahead and cut me off.
I
Go ahead and do the cutting, okay? Just chop it off.
I think that's another thing is because we have already broken such societal norms for ourselves as individuals, having our own businesses, fighting for certain things that we want to see in our life, there's no room for me to mope
you
around.
gonna say?
You can't.
I actually
I
do.
got a business to run.
Hello.
I'm trying to hit these goals.
You have no
Hello. And then I still want to catch these flights.
Well, I think
It's like my calendar is full. I don't even have time to meet you. You're flying in on Friday. Well, I'm already on a flight and don't get until Sunday. So what are you gonna do?
Right. And I think y'all was
I'm
saying
not waiting.
some great things, because like you have to fulfill yourself
Yes.
before anything or person can do that for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I see y'all doing, and that's why being single looks vibrant versus lonely, because you're not chasing this person, but
desperate for it.
you're not desperate, and you understand the addition is great. You're not
Yes.
anti.
No. We're not desperate, but we want to make haste at the same time.
Make haste.
But it's low key, we're just
Yeah.
we're enjoying it.
Absolutely. But I think it's a double-edged sword, because I think being this beautiful, vibrant, independent, empowered women that we are, it makes it scary
intimidating,
for
yeah.
men. Yeah. It makes it scary for men, because if I'm creating this status, exactly. If I'm creating this status for myself and I'm doing it alone,
Yeah.
one, a lot of times men think that there's somebody funding my lifestyle, which is really insulting.
Like, people have told you, men have told you
Yes,
that. This
yes.
is not something that you're making up.
Correct. There's this assumption that I'm,
You can't be doing that.
yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, okay, she's going to expect me to fly her out because she flies herself out. And it's like, you stepped in the wrong chat. Yeah, so I think for that, I'm not stepping down.
Are you complete?
I mean, in the Bible term, I'm not
Think of
all
it like
the way
a
complete.
battery, right? You still got a little space left over. Like
Absolutely.
you good.
Yes.
You last all day.
I'm at 80% where my Apple charger is telling me they pausing for a second and they gonna wait to charge up later to 100. That's where I'm at.
And you're okay with it.
And I am full. Not over, but I'm full.
I think if I was single and I said
I'm waiting on dessert. Hey, I'm waiting on dessert.
Just a little icing on the cake. I said this before, but I think if I were single, I think it would be very similar to you guys' lifestyle. Like I said, I always wonder like what it would be like to be single and if I would have the same vibes or feels as you two. And I think it would be because I met my husband in high school. And it has been a beautiful relationship, so I don't know what it's like without. But having my two single friends affirming like, hey, this world out here, it's not that great, but you can still have a great time. Yeah. You know,
We're definitely having a great time.
It's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
No, just like anything else. Just like having a husband or a child or like a bad haircut. Like you just have to see it through to the end. I gotta see this through, my boy. You know what I mean?
My boy.
You're gonna make it work and it's gonna be fun and I might add some highlights or do what I have to do to just make it exciting and enjoy it.
I'm pretty sure she's mentioned a bad bang before. So this haircut thing is real.
Is it? Are you subbing me?
I will say.
I'm not subbing you, I'm subbing somebody apparently.
Okay.
Too far.
I will say that I think the importance of this dynamic here allows.
Wrap us up, sis, because the church is about to say amen.
The reason why some people sometimes, and this is not to be rude or mean,
or generalize,
look single, tired, expecting, mopey, is because they don't have a system around them that is feeding into them.
Ooh.
And pouring into them and community. This is us. This is what you see here. This is the new us. We are like this all the time, and we are able to pour into each other. We're able to peel things back and get down into some dirty things that needs work. It's a work in progress. We're a work in progress. And having this, honestly, makes me forget that I'm missing something.
Right.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Like when people talk about, praying for a man, maybe when the pastor asked me to pray for one thing I really want, and I'm saying this, because I didn't say a man, don't mean I don't want one.
Okay,
but
she is on Hinge right now.
But because I'm fulfilled in so many ways, I forget sometimes that until I'm ovulating. But yeah. So for me, it's like, this is great.
Yeah.
Life is great. Life is short, and so I'm not gonna wait around.
So do you both think that you'll be as enthusiastic in this conversation when you do reach that scary age of...
What's the scary age?
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me get there, baby. That statistical scary age of over 35 or approaching your 40s, and you are in the same space now. Like, is that scary for you? You blink and we're 40 and you're here. Same
it's fall.
feeling.
Spring, summer.
Well, this is why I don't subscribe to age.
I was waiting on that.
Exactly why. I remember when I was a senior in high school, we had to write like a paper about where we wanted to be in 10 years. And that probably put me back 10 years. Because when I got to 21, it wasn't a math class. But when I got to the age and I didn't get to the things that I wanted to get to, it was completely devastating to me. And I was just like, I can't let this number get in the way of me enjoying what's right in front of me.
How many kids did you have in the story?
5.
Oh, there it is.
By 21, I was going to be working on my 3rd.
Wait, say that one more time.
Can you imagine me with 3 kids right
At
now?
21?
Where would they
Babe, you
go?
would have had more than 3 at 21 at 3.
The frontal lobe wasn't complete.
partner in that plan, or did you just see
Yeah.
yourself with kids? Because
I
I
was-
know some people, like, if you're from a single parent household, sometimes you don't write in your partner.
No,
Like-
no. Well, I needed one to do the kids part.
You not
In my brain.
2024.
No.
Yeah, but at that age.
No.
Yeah.
I was gonna marry my high school boyfriend. Like that was the plan. And I was raised in Texas, in a very Christian,
Texas,
a red state, where that narrative, that is what it is. Like
Yeah.
you're
What else do you
16,
do?
Nothing.
Georgia, same.
You get married, you have kids, and then you're a stay-at-home mom. And that was it. That was like my actual plan. And then I like went on a plane and was like, never mind.
That's my baby up there in the sky.
So yeah, the age thing, like we have to let that go as women and as people. It's slowing you down. It's stopping you from opening your eyes and smelling the roses.
Yeah.
Is that the same for you? Like, if you blink tomorrow and you're 40 and you're here, like, what's the feelings around that and you're single?
I understand that I will have certain things, certain goals, and certain, marriage, a kid, maybe. It's something that I have a vision of it. Mm-hmm. And so I think me having that vision, it means it was placed in me by God. And so the age and when it happens has nothing to do with me.
Okay.
It's above me.
Yeah.
To me, if I'm 35, and then that means that my baby gonna come after 35.
Okay.
I mean, you got Janet Jackson having a baby at 50. Yeah. Who am I?
I don't know. I think it's like they got money, and I've seen
And I got money.
infertility and just the science can be a thing.
It's a
Well,
thing.
that's just kids in general. That's like the thought of having kids. But this podcast is mainly about finding partnership. This episode, I should say. So the science of the kids is what's scary to me. Like reaching over a certain age, like okay, I want a certain amount of kids by a certain age because of my eggs. Yeah. But partnership, y'all don't mind if it happens at 40. What it sounds like.
Or a kid. I think I'll be cool. The way I'm keeping this body together.
Let me see. Hey, she's on Hinge.
The way I'm keeping this body together, I can do anything.
Through God.
Period. Amen. So that's how I see it. But for you as a married woman, are you 100% charged?
Ooh, what does that mean?
I mean, we talked about the battery earlier. So.
Oh,
I used your analogy. I'm sorry.
I think that I've found such an amazing life partner. Like, I don't think I can be any luckier. We're in a apartment complex, so the sounds that you guys hear that's what's going on. But as far as completion of partnerships and family, yeah, I feel complete. I feel confident that I can literally accomplish anything
with him by your side. Ooh. Sorry, I spoke too soon.
No, with
Love
him,
you, mean it.
With him by my side, of course. But like I said, I'm very confident. Also, I'm a confident person that, with or without my partner, things are gonna get done. But with having him, it makes it 10 times better. Like it feels easier. It feels like if we're adding time to it, like I can do it faster because I have a partner. I don't think I could have made it through grad school without having a partner.
She's mastered things. Hello.
I don't think I can be a great mom without having a partner. I don't think that's in my story, but I do think I can be a damn good single woman. I do think so.
Okay. You heard it here first. Don't play with her. Don't play with her.
And that's because of history. My sisters, seeing amazing women do it, and I have you two right by my side that shows me, there's nothing to be scared of about it. You know what I mean?
Because we look good, babes. Have you seen us? Just saying.
Stop
we watch ourselves and are like, wow, you look great.
Stop.
So do you have any challenges? You mean, like earlier you mentioned seeing other couples and being like, I want that. Like maybe you see something that looks similar to your situation, or it looks like something that you both may aspire, or maybe you aspire for your union. What does that look like?
Like when I see other couples, like what is it that I want?
Yeah, like is the grass greener on your side?
I think that, the question, if I see a married couple, the only thing that I see is money. Like, I love
Money.
I
I was like, let me help you, baby. She like the coins.
And yeah, watching my husband do a job that he does not want to do for the last 3 years has been really tough. So when I see a couple both doing things, to me, I replace that with creative things together. That's amazing. Like, man, I wish we can do that, and I know that we can with money.
Yes.
So that's one of the biggest things, is like the wants. The needs is met.
Okay.
Emotional needs, spiritual needs, physical needs.
He's
like
a spiritual man.
He's a spiritual, like, he's
One
the
thing
one thing,
about it-
he probably praying right now.
What?
Okay? He's praying for me to come home tomorrow. Like, he's gonna pray for us.
Jane will literally call me up and just be like, let's pray, sis.
Hello.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
I'm obedient. Let's do that.
So to wrap this up, what would you say, and I think Yasmine touched on this earlier.
Thanks for wrapping us up.
What would you say is important for women our age, or our listeners our age, in whatever status that you're in,
me.
how you can find completeness in where you are, so that you don't feel like you're lacking, whether you're in a relationship, in a marriage, or single?
I think I'm so biased to that question, because working in mental health, it's all about self. Like, I truly believe you come on this earth by yourself. You don't belong to your mother. You don't belong to your partner.
But the Lord.
And that relationship of, Christianity, if you subscribe to Christianity, being obedient to that's completion to me. Mm-hmm. And having a partner that is aligned with that is amazing. So my advice to somebody who is probably married and they may feel like they're still not complete is the work that Yasmine talked about doing.
Yes.
Like, why do you have this expectation of your partner, and are you doing it for yourself? Have you communicated exactly to your partner what you want from them? And are you having false expectations? I can't expect my husband, who is 5'11", to build something that's taller than him. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, are you having this dream of what a husband's supposed to be?
You letting social media mess with you.
When you got married, you thought this man was gonna partner was gonna change. No, if y'all are not working on yourselves, you can't. I'm not gonna. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So you got to work on yourself.
Yeah.
Are we all answering that?
If we want to. Do you have anything
What
to say?
advice you would have?
Is to surrender, I think, and just understand that you are already complete already. Like, you have all the tools
Within you
already.
Such a real thing.
And just surrender to let all those societal norms go, because
And are they really norms?
Yeah, and they're to such a white American standard as well. It's just like, I used to want it too. And just understand that, like, you can still have a rich, fun, beautiful, exciting life if you just open your eyes and pay attention to
if you
what's
let
around
yourself.
You have to let it happen.
You let
you
yourself.
You let all that go and just do you.
Identifying those tools are important. Like, if you know you have a hammer and you don't know what to use it for, like, I know I have great friends, but if I'm not using you guys properly, then if I'm not calling, or if I'm not responding, if I'm not showing up, it's me, not them.
Yeah.
I'm the problem. It's me.
And there's AI, so.
There we go.
But I will definitely echo what they've said. I think it's important that we understand that a lot of things that we're looking for outside is already within us. And the practice of writing things down, an expectation or a goal that you want to find, but then seeing if you aspire to these things or have acquired them already is really important, because it really allows you to walk into a space and understand where that person is coming from and where you guys can meet and align. So do the work, because it's always going to come back. I mean, this practice works in all areas of your life, literally.
All relationships. With
Relationships, work, just doing life in general. So
You gotta like yourself.
to feel complete, go within and find yourself and know yourself, and that's it.
Being honest.
Someone said if you want to find your soulmate, you should mate with your soul. So do that.
And that's for people who believe in soulmates, because that's just another conversation.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how you have people who think it's one and
like
person.
twin flames. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
Whew.
Okay.
So thank you all for listening, for tuning in.
Are you gonna do a "Don't Cancel Us" segment, or was that it?
I'm okay with it being it.
Are y'all okay over there?
Don't really have a choice on this
I'll
one.
say something really quick, because I'll say this. Don't cancel me, but even though I'm really looking for a deeply loving, committed relationship, I still need my space. I think Rachel talked about freedom earlier. Like, when I say unconditional love, that means get off my body a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Don't put no conditions on this.
The
I'm
body temp is hot right now. Okay.
Hello. So yeah, I think if and when it happens, even children too, it's like we need space.
Yeah.
We need a lot of space. A lot of the couples that I admire, they have a lot of space. They
Separate
travel
bedrooms.
for work. You know
I've
what I'm
heard
saying?
about it.
Their kids are in boarding school. That is what I need. Space.
Just do what works for you, but make sure it works for your partner as well.
Well, yeah.
Avi.
Obviously, don't take space by yourself.
But yes, thank you again. Find us on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram at Don't Cancel Us Cast. We love you for listening. Peace.
Bye-bye.
It's recording.
My hand has been stuck to my
Oh,
jeans.
shoot.
My ring got caught for the longest time.
A remote be nice right now.
Struggling.
There. We just never connected it.
Struggle.
Oh,
Struggle. Okay, I'm free.
It's me.